All right, this is Dimitri here, getting ready to start fishing at this little pond. Okay, so this pond's relatively close to my house, and I remember when I was younger, me and my brothers would come here and fish for bluegill and stuff because we didn't know how to bass fish, and our grandfather would bass fish here. And since I started bass fishing a few months ago, I kind of disregarded this pond since I never really caught nothing here. Started fishing here a few days ago. This thing is just packed with smallmouth. You would not believe it is crazy here. So I'm rigging up a little worm with a Texas rig right now because I found that is what works best for the smallmouth here. I might try out a little crankbait later, a little deep diver, but for now I'm gonna use what's been working best, which have been these little red worms, Texas rigged. And see, my little secret is for a Texas rig, if you're using a relatively small hook, like right here, on a larger worm, the bass, it's usually gonna attack from the back, and it's gonna grab right here. And a lot of times when people Texas rig a worm, they put the hook too far up. So what I do is I go a little bit further down, make it come out right here, and Texas rig it right here, so it's a little bit further back, and you're a little bit more likely to hook a bass on it. All right, we had some luck with that Texas rigged worm. Got a little smallmouth on our second cast right here. Not too big, but for this pond, pretty decent. I don't have a scale, but I will give him a measurement right before I leave, or right before I release him. It's probably small, pretty small one. Looks like this one's gonna clock in about 12.5 inches. Yep, pretty average for this pond, honestly. I've caught some a little bit larger. They usually get up to about 16 inches. That's a pretty large one. Largest one I've caught in this pond. But yeah, that was a nice little catch. I actually caught him while I was caught up in some weeds right there. And I didn't even feel him till I was pulling it back in, till I was retrieving it. They do really like to sneak up on these little guys, and you don't even know that you've hooked them till a few seconds after you hooked them. All right, I'll get back to y'all in a little bit once I get another catch. Oh, just got a bite. That was a big hit. Let's see if he'll follow us while we're retrieving it in. See, the key is there's a little, I'll show y'all later, but there's a little inlet right there. And they love hanging around the weeds in that inlet. It's just, there's so much crap over there, it's hard to cast anything other than a Texas rig or a frog over there, because you're gonna get caught in those weeds, and you're gonna get caught bad. Let's see. This is such a slow sinking bait, honestly. You do have to wait a good bit, since after you cast it for it to drop down to the depth where the bass are. But if you're lucky, sometimes the bass will hit it while it's just dropping down there. I've had that happen multiple times just in this pond. Yeah. Not the best, it's not the best fishing spot, but it's a nice little honey hole, and it's real close to home. It is literally 5 seconds away from my house. So if you're, just looking to have a nice little day, catch maybe a few bass without having to go too far, or if you're trying to teach someone how to fish, it is a real nice spot for that. Yeah. This weekend though, I'm getting ready. In fact, this evening, I'm going to Townsend, Tennessee, up in the mountains. Thinking about doing some trout fishing. In fact, oh, no, I think I was just hooked on the weeds. Never been trout fishing. Need to pick up some spinners to go do that today. Never done that before. Hoping to maybe even get a guide to go take me and my father. But yeah. I don't even know if they have bass up there. I know they have trout, but hopefully I can find some spots to go and catch some bass even. I know a lot of the rivers in Middle Tennessee where I live, they contain, when the water is lower, you're liable to catch a bass there, but I've never been too far up the mountains in Tennessee, so that's going to be fun to see. It'll be a fun place to try out. But I'm open to fishing anywhere really in Middle Tennessee. So if y'all have any ideas, any places y'all like to see me go fishing, just put them down in the comments. I'd be willing to go there, try to catch some fish. I'm not having any luck with this. I might just try out that little deep diver crankbait. But it's all about patience when you're pond hopping here. Oh. No. I'm getting some hits down over here. Nothing too serious though. Oh yeah, I definitely got a hit. I can see how that thing pulled the hook so far down, it was spinning weird. You can see it's lopsided like that. It's like watching a 4-year-old try to rig a Texas rig. Yeah. If you think I'm doing anything wrong, I know my cast is atrocious. Half of that is because I'm using a spinning reel, because I don't have a type of funds to buy a bait caster yet. But if y'all see me doing anything wrong or think that there's anything I can improve on, feel free to say that down in the comments. I'm open to criticism, because I'm pretty sure I need some, honestly. I'm thinking about getting a bait caster, honestly. It's just, to get a good one, a lot of them are so expensive, and I don't even know if I'm ready to commit to something like that, monetarily wise. Yeah. This tree you see right here, this tree has harvested so many of me and my buddy's lures, you would not believe. There's probably like 50 spinner baits up there. I swear, it is insane. This pond is the only place that's the only place where Senkos grow on trees, I can tell you that. If you're ever short on lures, just climb up there. You'll be sure to get some. Might start fishing a little different side of the pond, possibly. Or you know what? Yeah, before I switch to a crankbait, I'm going to fish right over here. Basically, I'm gonna give you a layout of this place I'm fishing. Here, I can't hardly see, honestly. It's so bright out here. This area right here is quite deep. The only reason I know it's deep is because this pond has gone through many droughts, and I've been able to, you'll walk on the bottom of this pond. It's crazy, you know, seeing there's so many dead raccoons at the bottom of that thing. This area too is quite deep. Now I would, you know, get a frog out and try top water fishing right there where it's more shallow, but honestly, I never see bass right over there. And all on that end of the pond, that is really shallow. So I don't even mess with that when it comes to crankbaits. And I hardly ever catch things up over there. So I'll prop y'all up on my Bass Pro bag, walk over here, try some more fishing with that worm on the Texas rig right here. I hope y'all can see, honestly. I can't even tell because I'm filming on my iPhone. It's gonna cast a few times in there. Honestly, you might not catch too much in this pond, but I can promise you one thing. In the last like a week, I have not been skunked one time. I can promise you, there's almost a guarantee you will not get skunked if you have half a brain and have half of the knowledge what you're doing. This thing's swimming weird. Let me check. Okay. Yeah, That bass messed up this worm. Now it's swimming weird. I might switch out worms, or I might just put on that crankbait. I caught one fish yesterday with that crankbait, and I foul hooked that thing. I mean, what? Oh crap, that was a bad cast. What are the odds that you would foul hook a bass in this little pond, honestly, on that crankbait? I'm not complaining. Feel bad for the bass, honestly, but maybe it was trying to hit it and miss, and it just scraped down the side and grabbed it. It didn't cut the bass open, it just hooked on one of the scales. Surprised it stayed on. What is that? Is that a turtle? Or is that fish? I could not tell. There was something floating up. I didn't know if that was a turtle head or what. Oh, Jesus. Oh, okay. Thank God that did not get stuck in that tree. That was something. This pond has a history of having turtles, so who knows? My buddy foul hooked the turtle in here and caught it. Look at it. Pretty interesting. And you're liable to suspect that there is a snapping turtle in this pond because of how many times. Alright, I'm really sorry about that video getting cut off as early as it did. It was so hot out here, my phone overheated and the video cut out. But y'all don't have to worry, I didn't catch any more bass. Oh crap, a beat. I didn't catch any more bass. Y'all didn't really miss anything. So, yeah. I'm sorry about it getting cut short. But I'm going to come out with some new videos this weekend when I go trout fishing up in Townsend, Tennessee. Alright, well, I'll see y'all later. Keep fishing. Smash that like button if you like what you saw. You know, if you like what you saw, subscribe. I'll be coming out with more videos just like it. Alright, thanks. See ya.